Next, we explore 3 scenarios that move away from computer vision systems and involve data-hungry recommender systems. These include predictive purchasing, an online dating system, and a discount travel company. A grocery delivery company announces a new service that uses data on a person's shopping habits to predict the groceries that a person will buy each week. The company assigns to each person a dedicated shopper or an AI digital twin that uses knowledge of a person's past purchases to predict what groceries to deliver to them. An online dating system announces a new service that uses a person's past choices to set up dates for them automatically. The system requires people to make themselves available one night a week. The system guarantees a weekly blind date for them. The date is set up by a relationship specialist or an AI system. An online travel company offers a discount vacation system in which users prepay a predefined amount in exchange for letting the system book a discount vacation for them. The company uses a network of travel agents or an AI system to find and match deals with travelers' preferences. For each scenario, participants answer the following questions. Would you recommend the system to a friend? From would surely not recommend to would surely recommend. Would you trust the decision made by this system? From would surely not trust to would surely trust. Would you enroll in or use this system? From would surely not enroll or use, or would surely enroll and use. We also ask users if they ever had groceries delivered, or if they used online dating sites, or if they use online traveling sites. Answers were yes or no. Also, we asked them when was the last time they had groceries delivered to their home, use an online dating site, or use online traveling sites, from this week to more than a year ago. In these 3 examples, we find no strong preference for the use of humans or machines. This is true for systems that enjoyed wide adoption today, like online dating, which more than 80% of the study's participants report using, or low levels of adoption, such as online groceries, which less than half report using. Overall, the data presented in this chapter suggests some interesting patterns. First, we find a great degree of variation among camera system scenarios. People tend to detest machine observers in scenarios involving school children and public transportation, but they're indifferent to human and machine observers in private sector venues. This is echoed by our recommender system scenarios, which are commercial in nature and reveal no big differences between human and machine observers. The only example where we find a preference for machine observers is the airport scenario, which suggests an interaction between human observers and the coercive power associated with governments. To explore that relationship further, consider the following citizen scoring scenario, which was evaluated using the same questions used for the computer vision scenarios. To improve citizen behavior, a party proposes to implement a scoring system for each citizen. The system is based on a hotline where citizens can anonymously report others, or AI and big data. The scoring system is used to determine people's creditworthiness, grant admissions to public universities, and for hiring and promotion in government jobs. When we look at the data, we find that overall, people reject the idea of citizen scoring, but they do so more strongly when this is implemented in systems that involve people telling on each other than on systems based on algorithms and big data. This aligns with our observation for the airport scenario, but it affords multiple interpretations. On the one hand, having a system where people are incentivized to tell on others has perverse incentives. People could report others not because they've done anything wrong, but because they are rivals or enemies. Machines are not expected to have such vindictive motives, and hence are less likely to have this perverse incentive. On the other hand, people could be reacting to people telling on others because there are social norms against ratting out. Reputation is important to people, and social norms tell us to think twice before we try to ruin another person's reputation. Moreover, this scenario, like that of the airport, also involved the coercive power of the state. So this could be yet another interpretation of why people dislike less the mechanical approach. In this chapter, we compare people's reactions to machine and human observers in a variety of settings. We found that people's preferences for human and machine observers varies across the scenarios. Yet our results are agnostic about the mental models that people have of machine and human observers. Would people's preference for machine and human observers change if we explicitly describe the privacy-preserving protocols involved? Studies about people's attitude toward randomized response suggest so. But for the time being, this is the end of our journey. In the next chapter, we move away from privacy to focus on another fear induced by machines: the fear of labor displacement.